Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. I know it's been a while since you've seen me, so let's jump into it. Today we're going to talk about the Hiya Toys Exquisite 1/12 scale Judge Dredd. Now, I'm excited because I'm a very nice and casual Dredd fan, so I love seeing Judge Dredd stuff. I feel like he doesn't get enough love, and I'm glad we're getting more of it. So, here we are with Hiya's rendition. Now, the 1/18 scale one has no soft goods, but they've decided to do soft goods for this one, and I feel like it was a very nice touch. I know a lot of people worry about the pleather. Now, I want to get into that right now. I'm going to, well, first off, this is magnetic too. So, boop, right there. Sits very nicely as well too. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to pop one of the shoulders off so we can see what we're getting into underneath there. There we go. There's a ball joint that protrudes out, and it's for the shoulder plate, right? But articulation-wise, I feel like the suit has enough room in what we're doing. So they definitely made it pliable that it doesn't feel like it's gonna get stuck in places. As you can see here, I'm reaching backwards with the Dredd. I'm moving forward. There is a butterfly joint underneath. And the arm can sit for the fact mostly flesh for Dredd because he stands tall and proud. So articulation wise in the head and neck, we have a beautiful movement. Right? It can zip down, but I'm not going to zip it down because it's so tiny. Now, the belt does stick a little bit to the latex suit, but I feel like it works out in this case because we want it to stay at a certain range and not get moved over. Ooh, that popped in very nicely. Right? These are movable as well. Even on this side, we can lift up and we have a beautiful articulation. I think the only thing that's really going to hinder us is going to be our own shoulder plate, right? Our arms are double jointed, and there is a bicep swivel, right? Our ab crunch is very nice as we get a nice little tuck forward, but with the addition of the leg, we actually can move pretty nicely. It's gonna look a little wrinkled though, so just be careful. As you can see, it'll crease a little bit, but long term, I think, oh wow, it actually folds out very nicely again. I thought it was gonna like fold and crease and hold, but it's holding pretty well. We do have a thigh swivel, as well as, do we have a boot swivel? Let's see. We get a little bit of a boot swivel. Actually, it's there. Our knee pads can move up and down, so you can adjust it as you see fit, right? But as you can see here, he holds up pretty well. And just like with Rambo, there is like that soft ankle articulation, which allows you to sit nice and flush and move perfectly fine with Dredd. So yeah, Dredd can actually maneuver pretty well. I think without the toe pivot, it's a little bit of a downer, but your boy Dredd can move, man. I'm not even gonna front. Dredd can move. As you can see, he can hold up here pretty well, look really cool, do some tactical hide behind the wall look, and he can pose up really well. As far as even posing, moving the arm up, right? For, you know, your RoboCop-like stance. Dredd can do it. It looks really, really good. Now, as far as accessories though, I feel like we have a bunch of nice accessories. I think the biggest issue you are probably going to run into is that you won't get the shotgun, which that's fine. If you have the Mezco one, I think you'll be fine because it does fit the Mezco one with no issue. But let's jump into our accessories and see what we're really getting into. Oh, actually, the pads on the elbows move as well, before I forget. But yeah, let's jump into accessories, see what we're getting into. All right, let's jump into accessories. I feel like Hiya has done something very important where they have given Dredd alternative sculpts. Here's our grit teeth sculpt, looking utterly fantastic. I think that this looks really, really good, right? That Brian Bolin style. Then we have a yelling sculpt. Again, that Brian Bolin style really just points out here. Really, really like it. Next up, ooh, actually, let's talk about our lawgivers. Here is a lawgiver Mark I. This one will fit into our boot, right? So we have our lawgiver fitting into the boot with no issue, right? Leave that there. We don't have a space for the boot knife at this point, but we do get a lawgiver Mark II, which is seen way later in a lot of other books. That's when I was old enough. Like, we had the Lawgiver Mark II. right? The magazine is not removable, just so you know, right? But we also get cool effects. So both the Lawgiver 1 and 2, it fits. Here is our normal bullet effect, right? Here we are with armor piercing rounds, AP rounds. And then we get a very beautiful smoke effect. These both work on the Lawgiver Mark 1 and Mark 2. We will also get a spray can, right? See what it says? There you go. Next up, we will get the bat. Very important. Bats. Or batons, I should say. But yeah. Then you'll get sets of hands. So we have a dedicated hand for the spray can as well, right? Let me see if I can just fit this in on screen for you guys. There we go. I'm gonna try to dip it down. So there is, excuse me, my voice has just not been the same. So here we have it. Fits just fine, right? We have an open natural hand, right? We have those bat holding hands, or item holding hands, I should say. Then we get closed fist. Very important. Closed fist is very important, especially for Dredd, right? So here you have it. Now, one of those important things I do want to do is, excuse me, I want to take a second to, and I want to make sure I'm right here. We're going to see how he looks on a Lawmaster. So this is a Mezco Lawmaster. I do not have my 3A one anymore, but I do want to see how he looks on a Mezco Lawmaster. So it looks like he's going to look really good. And I'm just going to do a quick, oh yeah, this looks like it's going to work. Yep, didn't even need to swap hands. It'll just look good. Yeah, this works for me. Just got to get that, there we go. Yeah. This looks really, really good on a Mezco Lawmaster. I'm obviously gonna have to fix this foot. But yeah, looking real good. Now, what we are gonna do is we're gonna jump into the size comparisons. So let me find a RoboCop and a Terminator so we can do some 80s heroes. So yeah. All right, let's get into the size comparison. Let us compare Dredds. I have the 3A, I have the Mezco. So yeah, let's get into it. Here we are up against Mezco's Dredd, right? As you can see, the Mezco one is taller, has more of a Mezco aesthetic versus the Brian Bolin style. Same is going to be said of the 3A one. I feel like it's definitely more Bolin style as it is thinner and definitely dons the more black style art. I also have a weird leg issue with mine. It's only on this one. Weird. I'm not sure if it came out or, yeah, but it's been sitting around for a long time. So yeah, here we are with the 3 looking utterly fantastic, but they all bring something different to the table. I feel like this one probably has the best head sculpt, like the neutral one, but also you can be, same can be said in the others, as you can look into different styles, different versions, because Dredd has been drawn by different people over time. So yeah, you gotta take into consideration a few other things. But depending on which version of Dredd you like, this is going to be what best fits for you. But I really do like that we're getting a lot more Dredd stuff. Now, as I take these two guys away, let's compare to some other sci-fi 80s people that we all love. Here we are with a Mezco Predator. I feel like these two fit really well. I couldn't find my alien, but I'm gonna go around looking because, you know, they've fought before. Here we are with a Mafex Terminator, right? I feel like we're in a really good spot with Dredd being a little bit shorter, but again, the different heights make it look really, really good. Let's take these two away. Next, we can compare to Mafex RoboCop, which mine is weird because even I got to get the reissue ones because mine is now beginning to really feel the wear and tear of me constantly using it. So here we are with RoboCop. This is the 3 version, right? Then we can try some other domestic stuff like a Marvel Legends. So here we are with Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider. Then here we are with a Mythic Legions, in case you want Dredd fighting demons or knights or whatever it is, a time displaced Dredd. So yeah, there you have it. We've sized out Dredd. It looks really good when compared to other stuff. And he looks good by himself too. So you'll really have a nice, good spot. Next up is my main man, Ichigo. And this is just for fun because we're going to throw Ichigo in. But yeah, thank you to CJ for getting Ichigo some new clothing. He looks utterly fantastic. But yeah, I think we're in a really good spot with Hiya and what they're doing. I think the only thing I would worry about is going to be that pleather. I know a lot of people feel like it's going to be an issue, but we won't know until time tells. But I can tell you, as far as mobility wise, they've definitely taken a lot of consideration into it. And that's actually what's really nice, because you actually do get a lot of room for articulation, which is one of my favorite things. So with that being said, I hope all of you are having a good day, a good night, wherever you are, however you're listening to it, whether it's in the future or whatever. But please, as always, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.